but it all reached this climax with Donald Trump, where Trump's running for president, and what's he saying? He's saying the American dream is dead. The American dream is dead because he's not in power, right? Mm-hmm. And then he gets there and he talks about American carnage, and he's talking about crime being so terrible. He's talking about the chaotic southern border. Get this, folks. I keep saying it. It's so important that you understand this. And please tell this to the crackpot next door that tells you how great things were when Donald Trump was president. When Donald Trump talked about American carnage, he had just been elected president. After 8 years of Barack Hussein Obama as president of the United States, crime was at a 50-year low. Illegal incursions across the southern border was at a 50-year low. He just made all of this up. And now, after American carnage, after 4 years of him trying to undermine American democracy with a fascist coup attempt, which of course failed, because he not only fails when he tries to sell steaks, he not only fails when he tries to sell vodka, he not only fails when he tries to sell his reality shows, he fails when he tries to destroy American democracy. So I guess, though frightening, it was all very predictable. But now he's talking about, once again, America as a nation in decline, despite the fact, again, you look at the numbers out there. Jobs stronger than ever. Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump lost more jobs as president of the United States than anybody, maybe since Herbert Hoover. I'll have to check the numbers, but he's up there. Even before COVID, his GDP numbers were like ranked 6th or 7th since World War II. Joe Biden's job numbers are extraordinary. Things are moving in the right direction.
They really
We're getting things done. But again, this is the sickness that we have to deal with, Caddy K, in America, that when somebody's political party is not running the White House, suddenly that segment of America says that the United States of America is decline. And when their party is in the White House, suddenly everything is wonderful. That is I think America's great. People hear it all the time. They get tired of me talking about how we still are exceptional. Our economy is still the strongest. Our military is still the strongest. Our culture, despite all of the problems in Washington, D.C. But Donald Trump continues to feed upon this pathology. And here he goes again, talking about America in decline, all because he wasn't able to pull off his fascist coup.
Yeah, and the thing is he says it, but then millions of people believe it. And as you say, because we're in a sort of tribal society where whatever the other side does must be bad, de facto, nobody's ever prepared to just look at the facts and think, I'm going to assess, the Inflation Reduction Act on the merits of the bill. You're just going to slam it because the other side is proposing it. And Trump knows that, understands that, and plays on it.
Yeah. The facts that you laid out at 5 minutes ago, Joe, about crime and immigration and the timing of Trump's American carnage speech and those two issues alone and everything that has happened since then, there are people who will not hear the facts. They will not hear them. They refuse to hear them. And they will stay with him until the cult goes wherever it's going to go. And they're people that we know. There's people close to us who will not hear them. And at this point, we're not even talking about policy. We're not even talking about facts. And it's worth asking, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Because you are choosing to stand with lunatics, freaks, insurrectionists, and people who stand on the side of rapists and who stand in a place where most Americans don't stand, for gun reform, for meaningful and practical gun reform, not taking away guns, for women's rights, for prescription drugs being a reasonable cost, for gas prices going down. I mean, we're talking about basic things. We're not talking about Republican versus Democratic policy makers. We're talking about facts. And these people won't face them. There's something wrong with them.
I mean, what's wrong? What's wrong is their loyalty runs to a failed reality TV show host in a way that is stronger than their loyalty to the United States of America, to this country, to the Constitution of the United States. Listen, this is black and white. This is simple. To democracy, this is all very simple. It is a cult. We've seen Republicans saying it is a cult. You look at the January 6 hearings. You look at the January 6 hearings, and everybody testifying against Donald Trump is a Trumpist. Are people that stood by him throughout his presidency, that stood by him throughout the worst days of his presidency, that stood by him after he tried to shake down President Zelensky and basically say,
oh my God,
I'll only give you weapons so you can defend yourself against Russia that Congress has already approved if you find dirt on Joe Biden and Joe Biden's family. It is a sickness. We have